Hey everybody, and welcome back to Storytime with JRP. We're continuing my book, Laurence Grey, Secret to the Lost Roanoke Colony, and we're currently in chapter 35. So if you're just joining us, head back to chapter 1 so you don't miss any crucial details. So, a brief recap of chapter 34. Basically, Laurence Grey is just saying goodbye to his alternate reality son Jason and heading back to 1673. That's basically all that happened. So let's get into chapter 35 right now, shall we? Which is titled, Back to Modern Times. And rematerialized in the secret wing of the Philadelphia FBI base. General Phil Sheldon, aka Philip Swanson, was walking towards the exit doors. He stopped and turned around at the sound of Grey returning to the present day, 2014. "Grey," began Sheldon, "I told you to return after the time you left." "I did, sir," responded Grey. 8 seconds to be exact. Sheldon grimaced. "Is 8 seconds enough to compare notes? You just left. I never get a break around here. Can't you do anything right?" Everyone was silent. Sheepishly, Sheldon muttered, "Well, welcome back." Then, with no more bravado, added, "Well, don't just stand there, man. Write me a report on the double." And with that, General Sheldon marched out of the room. Everyone started to laugh, including Grey. He sat down to write his report. When he finished it, he was escorted to a prison cell waiting room where he was told that it also held Jack Larrabee and his son, Jason. The second that prison door opened, Grey ran to his neglected son. It had technically only been a few days since Grey left Nevada's Area 51, but since Grey went back in time to the year 1673, it had technically been 341 years. Grey embraced his son in the biggest hug he'd ever given. Just then, Sheldon walked inside the cell. "Okay, reunion's over." He waved around Grey's report. "Grey, what's the meaning of this? It's preposterous." Grey sighed. "All right, just a moment." Sheldon grunted and left the room. Laurence gripped his son's shoulders. "I have to go now, son. And whatever happens, listen to Jack. Be strong and make good choices. I trust you." Grey stood up and walked towards the door. He turned back. "I love you, son. I do." And with that, he shut the prison door. He joined Sheldon in the conference room. "Why did you bring Jack and Jason out here to Philadelphia?" asked Grey of Sheldon. Sheldon smiled evilly. "Just in case you're difficult. I might need leverage." And that's it for chapter 35, guys. So, Grey is back in the present, running into Phil Sheldon, and he's about to tell him his report. Is he going to tell him the truth, that he knows that Sheldon's behind everything? Or is he going to tell him that story about the Arizona crater? Well, you'll just have to find out in tomorrow's chapter, guys. All right? I'll see you then.